You know, Brandon, I heard there's some unfortunate souls out there that when they want to go on vacation or buy a new AP, they got to ask their boss for permission to take time off or to get a raise.
Is that right? I've heard that some guys, when they want to make a purchase, they have to ask their wife if it's okay for them to spend their own money.
Stop asking other people for permission to live your life.
Come on, man.
You could choose to conquer your current circumstances and earn better circumstances in your life.
And if you make enough money, then you won't have to ask nobody for shit. Everyone in your life will just be saying please and thank you. If you would like to start living that kind of lifestyle, well, you're in luck. Because Moneyberg and I are doing a free live training where we will show you the 10 commandments of wealth.
Click that link right now and stop hearing words like no, or maybe next year, or maybe next quarter, and start hearing words like yes, sir, anything you need, sir.
Yeah, from your wife.
And your boss.
Click that link right now.
Click it now. Don't stay poor. Click it now.
All right, so here's the combat center, right? And tell me about this area.
Well, those belts over there, I had put in a lot of work to get those. I've been working on those for over 3 years. And so I started grappling. I had some of the best coaches in the world to come help me with my grappling, come help me with my fighting. And we needed a place to do that. So my boxing coach, Paulie Malignaggi, shout out to Paulie. What's up, Paulie? Paulie was 5-time world champion boxer. And he's the one that gave it that name, actually. He called it all right, Derek, you ready to go to the combat center? So it got known as the Moneyberg Combat Center. So he gave it that name originally.
Yeah. So tell me about some of the equipment you have here.
I love this bag, man. This is like 200-pound bag, custom bag. I get to drop some elbows and some serious kicks on this thing. Yeah. And if you knew how many, I kicked this thing thousands of times, like 7,000, 8,000 times. In my sleep, I give it a decent kick that throw a normal man's feet right out from under him and drop him on his head or hip as may be.
You got your face on here, right?
Yeah, of course. Don't everybody have their face on their custom-made MMA bags?
They don't, they should.
I like to have my face on things.
Yep. I had noticed. I had noticed.
Another one over here. This is important. These are little reminders that, your goals don't care about your excuses. If you're the type of person that you're more concerned about your excuses than accomplishing your biggest goals, don't ever expect to accomplish those goals. Success is not for everybody.
Yeah.
Success is not for everybody. This is something that I told myself 20,000, 30,000 times. I'd ask that question. Those little micro decisions you make every day, when you're like, when you're thinking about procrastinating, you're pre-procrastinating, you're about to procrastinate. And when I feel that precursor to the procrastination, I say, are you behaving like a champ or a chump? Are you engaging in a behavior that would lead to a champion-like outcome or just some chump, just some average outcome? And that helped me stay on track so many times.
Yeah.
Those little micro decisions when you're thinking about doing, the right thing, you know what you're supposed to do, and you're thinking about doing the wrong thing, are you behaving like a champ or a chump?
That's a good mantra.
It is. It ain't nice.
Yeah.
But it gets results, man. It gets results. I spent thousands of hours on these grappling mats. You spent a little time over there with me.
Yeah, no, I have, man.
Yeah, we spent thousands of hours. I got the video of all the people that have been in here. It's like Hoist Gracie and Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz. And just the who's who. Rich Franklin was here last week. Glover Teixeira, Gordon Ryan. Gordon Ryan's the best grappler in the world ever. Mikey Musumeci, Jake Shields, Gilbert Burns, 30 other people I'm not thinking of. So I had so many world champions here choking me and twisting me up in unnatural ways. That your first 2 years, you just, it's a tough time. It's a tough time. So your first year in grappling, you're gonna get beat up the whole year by smaller people. Then year 2, you learn to defend a lot of things. So now you get beat up by smaller people in more sophisticated ways. And then about year 3, you learn, your offense starts getting pretty good and you're able to defend yourself very well. And the third year, things start being a little fun. The first 2 years, it's not much fun.
Not so
Most
much.
people, they quit. That's why they quit. That's why they don't have a stack of belts. That's why they quit. It's not fun, man.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
It makes a lot of sense. So when you're getting beat up here, right, that's why you got all the recovery stuff in the back.
Recovery helps, man. I don't have, so when you see things like, of course, there's a lot of gear here to help us, like a lot of boxing gear and Muay Thai stuff and training stuff. But If we're here training sometimes, 4 hours, 3 to 5 hours a day, a couple hundred days a year. So, this is a huge sauna. I got a couple of them. I got one over in the main palace as well. So this is second sauna. Yeah. But I like to go from here. We got this sauna and this, very intense red light therapy. And we like to go from there over to here. I got this ice machine. It makes about 30 pounds ice.
Okay.
And then over here I got a big soaking tub. So I just fill that with cold water, throw about 30 pounds of ice in there, and you have it could be cold, like 38 degrees. Yeah. If you do it like the infrared scanner, it's like 38 degrees, 41 degrees. And I go back and forth. I like to go back and forth from the cold ice bath and then the hot sauna and spend a little time back and forth. And it helps you recover, I have some other recovery things here as well that you have, second sauna, massage chairs. The massage chairs are great. I'm gonna show you the massage chairs later. And those things aren't that's not for leisure like we're in a spa. Maybe you could explain that. That's not for leisure. That's to help you recover. It's to help your body heal so you can work harder.
So you can work harder sooner.
Yeah. Explain that to somebody who maybe doesn't understand.
Oh yeah, it's not about, it's not like when, my girlfriend goes to the spa, she wants to relax and day. Now this is so you can get back to some grueling work sooner, more effectively. Yeah. Yeah,
you gotta go lift weights 5 days a week, 12 hours of real MMA training. I put this little shower head up here for fun too, just in case you need some cold water to fall on your head when you're in an ice bath. Who don't have illuminated amethyst in their custom ice bath?
You're setting trends, man.
Crystal chandelier in the laundry room. Some marble baseboards everywhere, including in the garage studio. And gallons of cleaner to make sure everything's sterile and sanitized and everything's healthy over here.
That's smart. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Be smart.
Yeah. But you also have a pretty intense gym for lifting, a weightlifting gym, right?
I do have intense. We don't have just one gym, man. We don't have just one gym.
Okay.
Hey, if you're okay with only having one gym, that's on you, man. We got 2 gyms over here. If you want to learn how to have 2 gyms, Brandon and I are going to do a live training. We're going to walk you through what I call the 10 Commandments of Wealth. We're going to be there live to answer any questions you have afterwards. Who's the right type of person to tune in?
Man, only somebody who's super serious about extreme success, not regular, just want to live a regular life. If you ever said the word money's not everything, if you ever said like that, it's probably not for you, right? Yeah. Because we're talking about getting extreme results, and it's gonna take extreme actions, right? So that's not what you want to do, because not everybody's willing to do.
Yeah, money's not everything, man.
Hey, man.
Water.
Yeah. Listen, oxygen's not everything, but you need it to live.
Yeah, water is not everything. Hey, if you're okay living a life of lack and despair, if you're okay with that, don't worry about it. Don't worry, but you'll be dead soon. You don't need our help. But if you want to be memorable, if you want to live a memorable life, a life of your own design, you're probably gonna want to join us.
Click that link.